Everyone, it's Allison from Fathom 5 Tarot, and I'm here to do your week ahead reading. So today is the 7th of March. This will go through to the 14th of March, and by the time we get to our next reading, we'll be springing forward, I think. I am, anyway. Americans, I think you are too. And then maybe in England it's a week later. I don't know. I was talking to my uncle who lives in England, and I don't think it's the next week for him. But anyway, spring is coming. My dad saw a robin. I have not seen one yet, but apparently they're out there. Anyway, this week I'm using the Way Home Tarot by Bakara Wintner. It's amazing. I love this deck so much, and I waited for ages to get it. And finally I just bit the bullet and got it, and it's a dream come true. I love it. And it also just shuffles like a dream. Listen to that. You can't even see it, but so satisfying. Oh my god. Okay. So just standard 3-card draw. Tell you what I see. I've got, the deck shuffles like a dream, but sometimes I don't. And I've got my Connected and Free Oracle here, just in case, by Inner Hue. Where's the lid? I don't know where the lid is. Anyway, Connected and Free Oracle. They go beautifully together. I may pull an Oracle card. I might not. You know how I roll. Just do what feels right in the moment. Okay, so the 3 cards that came up, we've got 2 upright, 1 in reverse, and so I'll show them how they're supposed to be seen, and then we'll go from there. So we have the Daughter of Pentacles. That came up upright. We have the Universe, the World card, basically. But in this deck, it's the Universe. This is one of my favorites. Look how gorgeous that is. Speaks to this Canadian, right? Snowy cabin, Aurora Borealis. But that came up in reverse. And then upright, High Priestess. Okay, so again this week, I'm sensing this sort of real, again, if we're going to put energies into masculine and feminine, which I know is not always the most accurate, or it's just a bit of a heavy hammer sometimes to hit things with, but I'm getting a real feminine vibe from this. Of course, we have the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Knight in this deck. And then we have the High Priestess, which is obviously sort of considered to be a more feminine energy. So with these 2 upright on the outside of the reading, it tells me, so Pentacles is growing and nurturing something, right? Like going out and seeking something. And often this sort of Knight of Pentacles card is the most contemplative of the knights. It's the most like stop and take stock of what it is you're doing, the purpose for what you're doing. What are you trying to actually grow? And in this card, it's literally determined as growth. So you're working on something, you're nurturing something. But this is not a time where it's going to come to any sort of satisfying completion. And maybe this is something you were hoping for in this time, in this week. Maybe it was something you feel like you should be there for, this sense of wholeness and completion. But it is not, it's not going to come this week. Sorry. According to this card being in reverse. It doesn't mean to say that there won't be progress, but it's just not, it's not going to hit that moment right now. What's interesting to me here is this last card, the High Priestess, because if we're taking these as sort of, again, these 2 examples of feminine energy, and they were both upright, they're quite different in terms of their energy, right? Like if the Pentacles is of the earth, right? The material world, making money, creating physical things, maybe of the body, right? Like we talk about that a lot, the Pentacles, like maybe like the sensual body, or like something that you're creating within yourself. that is a specific kind of energy. But the High Priestess is very much like a spiritual, in your head, like sort of a deep intellectual energy, as opposed to this very physical energy. So if I were to look at these three things all together, Daughter of Pentacles, the World or Universe card in this deck, but reversed, little sound effect for you there. And then this gorgeous, can we just talk about that High Priestess card? Oh, I love it. It says to me that whatever it is you're doing to grow this thing, in order to get to that sense of completion, you're going to have to approach it from a different way, right? You're going to have to look at it with a different mindset than you have been looking at it. This is the path forward, right? This may be more intellectual approach to repattern your mind, to think about, okay, well, what's a different way that I can take in order to make this become that, to bring that into fruition. And this might be, again, physical, like you may be physically laboring to get this thing done, to put it into being, putting in the hours, clocking the time. But there's a way I think maybe you could be working smarter, right? Or maybe just like taking your intuition into account and not just sort of going by the book, but taking that step back, meditating on it, and then thinking about how you can use these types of skills, these highly intuitive, spiritual, thoughtful skills to bring that forward. Let's do an oracle card. Why not? Looks so great with this deck. Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. There's one card here that was flipped the wrong way in this deck, so let's just see if that's true. Every card is facing the correct way, except for one. Receiving frequency. Well, then, let's go with that. So, message for this week, you're working on something. Your work is being acknowledged. You are moving forward. But if you're going to bring it to a successful fruition, you need to open yourself up to look at things in a new way and really be prepared to trust your gut and any sort of messages that you're getting from unexpected places in order to make this thing happen the way that you want it to. So, hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll see you an hour earlier next week. I don't post these at a regular time. That was a daylight savings time joke. Haha. Have a great day.